So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. We'll get this up to about the 44. You talk about this Giant defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Love now. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing. Love. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. Now a run. It's the rookie from Oklahoma. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second down and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Willis, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Looking a little bit like a continuation of last week. He had 3 tackles for a loss, and now 1 more here in the first quarter of this game.
And there's been no lack of force by him, taking on the offensive linemen, playing them, but also there's a suddenness to his game. They have that initial contact, and then he's gone, moving upfield and making those plays in the backfield.
It's a big body moving upfield, too. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. Love. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Here's Jacobs from the gun, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 23. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. On play action. Love to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to get the football here at their own 23. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. From the 29, here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Samuel. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. You look at this Packers defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty. Now to start this football game, I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Working out of the gun. Love. That's complete to Dobbs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Green Bay.
We're scoreless after 1.
End of the first quarter with no score.
The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Love looking to throw it. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And they'll come out with a 4-receiver set. 3rd and 9. To throw now. Here's Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Packers. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter, Trenton Gill, to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Super 66.
Now a handoff up the middle. Willis. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. 3rd and 9 here. Out of the gun. Goff. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Love. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Love. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Throwing on second down. Love. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. Down inside the 40.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Just across the Hudson from downtown Manhattan, we welcome you inside MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. The veteran kicker, Graham Gano, puts it on the tee. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On play action, Love. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. And it'll bring up second down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds. I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Doubs headed in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. He's got a man. It's Doubs. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
He'll be taken down after a short pickup. It's at the 27. Second down and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Catch made there by Watson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get this close to a first down. Gets about 7, maybe a yard short of the first down. Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's 3rd down. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. And he's in! Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
The PAT, up and good. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the end zone. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
Now, faking the give. He'll get that to the former volunteer, Jalen Hyatt. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a 1st down. On the ground, it is the rookie from Oklahoma. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Powerful Rashawn Gary there in run support. They face 2nd down and 7. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
They gained 18 yards on that one. That's good for a Giants 1st down. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 5 yards. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down. Back to throw. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Let's go.
This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he...
And he's trying to get to the pylon, but won't get there. Mark out right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a great job defensively, Mike. Not only to blanket the receivers and give the quarterback nowhere to go with the ball, but then when he tucks it down, being able to force him out wide to the sideline and get him out of bounds, great job by the defense.
So we'll get a 2nd and goal when we return. It's the Packers on top. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. Now a handoff, running right. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, New York.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Back to 6. Back to 6. Cut 19. Cut 19.
To throw is Love. He's going to go deep, looking for Reed.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
You get so caught up defending all of these weapons all over the field, and it's sometimes really easy to forget about the back. And in this case, the quarterback does a nice job just dropping the ball off in his check down, and he lets him do the rest.
From the gun, here comes Jacobs. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. Dobbs headed in motion. A 2nd down throw for Love. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
So, Mike, you look back at the quarterback and you see that this ball is coming out of his hand and it's going to be low. And the decision's made. You've got to go down to the ground to secure the catch. First order of business. Your hands are between the ground and the ball, no matter what that looks like. And then once you secure it, you've got to roll, protect the ball, and under no circumstances can that ball move or hit the ground. And how often do we see a great catch overturned on replay? So it's not easy. You get paid to catch them all.
Second and a yard. Love to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. They need to get to the 29 here, facing third down. Now Love. And that is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Go! Hey, smash Bronco! Go!
They'll begin here on the ground. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Let's go. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 18 Pioneer.
He'll look to throw. That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors. Third down and 9.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Here we go, set. Mustang 19. Get up.
Throwing now from the gun. He'll try to run for it. Taking advantage of the room to run. A gain of 19 on the scramble.
Mike, this is the element to the position that this guy brings that's just so unique across the league. Not only the speed, but his ability to operate in the open field as a runner. It is hard for a defense to plan for a guy like this.
Warrior 70. Ready.
They'll look to throw. They look middle here and get it to Neighbors. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Give them 17 more and they are on a roll. Another first down.
Ready.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And the Giants are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 4.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And he'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2, down to the 2.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats, and that's what makes it so.
And he's not going to be able to get away. Might lose a yard. They've got him back at the 2.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack. You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Love. This one deep and looking for Melton. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Now Love. This one complete to Melton. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second. On 1st down, it's Love. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Stevens. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Giants. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick six.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. So we've reached halftime here in Jersey with the Giants on top. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Giants sending out their punter. Keyshawn Nixon, the return man. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Brian Burns comes off the edge to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Luck. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Here's Love to throw. He gets that complete as he hits Reed. And that changes things. Out of bounds inside the 40. A big play and a much-needed one as well to gain of 43 yards. The man in motion is Watson. On play action, Love. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Jaden Reed was the intended target, and that will lead to a 2nd down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
On 2nd down, Love. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he will score. Christian Watson, touchdown Packers. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Let's go now.
He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Check. Hurt. Set. Ready.
A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Edger and Cooper. They're on the tackle. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And that is incomplete.
Quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. First and 10.
Here we go. Check.
In motion, Reed. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He's going to have a Packers first down. He'll take it up to about the 33-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That complete to Jacobs. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Couple of first downs already on this drive, and they'll go first down from the 43. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Love. A toss left side, caught by his running back. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
Here's Jacobs. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. Throwing on 2nd down, Love. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. To the goal line and in. Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Look, Mike, I don't want to imply that they drew this play up specifically because this is when the league is celebrating National Tight Ends Day. But you got to admit, it's kind of fun seeing him score on this day in particular and join his fellow tight ends who have also scored throughout the league.
The extra point is up and through. And the Packers move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
At their own 21-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Go.
Motion man is Hyatt.
Attack.
He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 30-yard line.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
Attack.
Now a give on the ground. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Goff. Open man, that's Slayton. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. They'll take over at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll run it to the right here with Jacobs. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. Off the play fake. Here's Love. A short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave.
Really impressive job by the quarterback to stay in there. He knew that hit was coming in the pocket, but he held it just long enough to let his receiver win versus man coverage and deliver that ball on target. Any quarterback in the league, Mike, at this level can operate when things are clean. But when you have guys bearing down on you, can you hold it a little bit longer? Because if not, the timing of the play just doesn't work out.
And he'll take this forward for about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Love. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deontay Banks. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He knocks it through. And the Giants extend the advantage to a field goal. It's 24-21. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Love to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I think all of us up here in the booth were curious, how is this quarterback going to bounce back following the pick 6? And a lot of guys come back and they're very conservative and they just want to dink and dunk because they're scared to throw another pick. Well, we found out pretty quickly. Not this guy. He's going to continue to attack the ball downfield, and he's looking to make big plays. And
they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. Here comes a return from the end zone. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Hard ball. 4 down.
They'll go play action with Goff. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
So just under 2 minutes here in this one. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's a big one. This third down. They'll drop to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
A second down throw for Goff. Left side in the hands of Neighbors. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
2 for 1. 2 for 1.
They'll run here. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
Cut! Hey, Shell! Cut!
On play action, Goff. Could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Keyshawn Nixon. And the Packers will have great field position right around midfield.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Love will take a knee, and that ought to do it. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 35 seconds to go. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Dobbs headed in motion. We'll go play action with Love. He's going to go deep. Looking for Reed. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that should all but put this one away, Mike. And we've had some big plays throughout this game, but none bigger than that one right there. They score on the long touchdown, and that makes this a two-possession game here late.
Giants 24.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's first and 10. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the fourth quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
Value three, value three. What's that?
They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll get 4 here, up to the 24-yard line. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway.
Hey, 76.
Now,
76.
a big third down. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt. And that final throw here is intercepted. And the Packers are going to come up with the late turn.